Hey guys, it's JJ. Welcome back to the North Carolina Tar Heels Dynasty, where we are starting into Season 2 today. We made it to the playoff last year and lost in the quarterfinal, but yeah, we lost a lot of players this offseason, so we're gonna replace them, hopefully with a bunch of 5 stars. And first up, we're gonna take a look here. Shabazz and Speed are the number 1 and 2 players on this entire recruiting class. I put every 5-star on the board, and then filled out the board with like 10 4-stars or something. But this is 25 5 stars, and I want to bring in as many as I can. I'm trying to go after about 18 players, I'd say. So obviously we're not going to recruit 35 players this year, but there's I want to go after a quarterback, a running back, a receiver, a tackle, a center, and then we have a couple edge rushers where I'm putting a little bit of points in there. But there's also an edge rusher here with Connor Stockey that I'm putting a lot of points in. I'm going to go after a defensive tackle. I'm going to go after a few linebackers because linebacker is a position where we are very weak. I hope we can get 2 of these 3 linebackers. And then I'm going after a corner and a safety. And yeah, I want to have about 15, maybe 18 players in this recruiting class in the end. And I hope we can make it almost all 5 stars. And yeah. This is what the recruiting board looks like for now. The first game of the season is going to be against the Charlotte 49ers. All 3 of these games are going to be out of conference today. There is no conference games today, but this is the start of the season, and we're going to play a couple of weaker teams to start out the year. And the 49ers, they were on the schedule already, and we played them last year, but I actually like these Carolina duels. And we're gonna start out with quarterback Max Brown with 92 throw power. He has okay accuracy, like that's 72 deep throw accuracy is actually not great, but the short and medium parts are. So he's not the most accurate quarterback, but this kid can run for sure. So that's something to watch out for. They have Teron Kelman at running back, number 0. Out of Clinton, Maryland, 5'8", 185. He's very small, but very elusive. 95 juke move, 87 spin move. They should definitely run the ball behind Teron Kelman. He also has a bunch of speed. His power, however, is not there at all. 53 stiff arm or something. That's not great, but he has some speed. And their top receiver is Jarris Mack, number 3. 5'10", 180 out of Athens, Georgia. He's a decent route runner, nothing great, but he's a solid pass catcher, and he has also a little bit of speed, especially for their conference. These are some pretty good athletes. They also have a tight end here in Colin Weber. I think we saw him last year as well out of Hopkins, Michigan. He's maxed out. He's not going to get better, but whenever he declares, he's probably going to be a 7th round pick or something. He has pretty good hands, pretty good route runner. Not the fastest, but a very reliable, solid tight end. Their O-line is, well, I mean, according to that conference, probably an average O-line, but according to our conference, pretty bad O-line. Their top edge rusher here is Demon Clowney. He actually looks really good. 81 finesse moves, 82 power moves, 87 strength. And the block shedding is 78. That's not horrible. He's a really good edge rusher, and he can do a lot of damage. Xavier Simmons is their top linebacker. They do have only that one good edge rusher. The rest of the D-line actually doesn't look all that great. And the linebacking position, they have this one good dude, but the rest of the linebacking core doesn't look great either. He's a pretty solid coverage linebacker. The run defense is pretty good, but the 79 speed is just that's not great. And then Garrick James is their top DB, 79 overall. That's actually something to worry about if your best DB is 79 overall against a team from the ACC. You might have a few problems here and there. The corner room doesn't look great, and this kid solid coverage, I guess, but also not great speed. This should be a game we win easily, and I hope that the offense absolutely shows up. We have a bunch of new starters. We lost a few starters to the draft and to graduation. Seriously, kind of losing my words here. The offense has a new running back that we're gonna show off. We have a new quarterback. We have a bunch of new receivers. Only one guy that we recognize from last year. A new tight end starting. Half the O-line is new. So this team needs to find its groove probably. But the recipe is gonna be the same as last year. We have a good running back and we're gonna run behind him. And welcome to college football, Kyle Costanzo. His first run is gonna go for 4 yards, so nothing spectacular yet. But we're gonna run it behind him a lot, and there's a huge crease that he runs over the safety that we just showed off here in James. Yeah, that one is gonna come back, but you already can see why I'm gonna play Kyle Costanzo. He's a true freshman. I have not redshirted him, and you see here why. This kid is a great running back, a great power back. He has the absolute skill set of Omarion Hampton, just not as good yet. But I feel like if we give him a shot, he's gonna look great. Now we had our throw there lined up on 3rd and 5, and Kobe Pesor, the nominal #1 receiver, he drops it. The rain is pouring down, so I mean you can't excuse a few drops, but like he was wide open, man. You gotta catch that one. As Max Brown, after the punt, he runs for a first down there. And now he's got a play-action shot, and he goes absolutely nowhere. And that's another new starter on defense. We have 2 new edge rushers starting, and that one is Mali Hamrick. So, yeah, Hamrick is in the backfield there for the first time this season. We get our first sack of the season. Now we're going to throw it here with our new redshirt freshman quarterback, Michael Merdinger. And Kyle Costanzo actually has a very nice run after the catch. And now 2nd and 3, and we're going to throw the RPO on the outside. And there we have the first catch of his career, Buck Stoner. He's the starter on the outside at receiver. He's 79 overall, 5-star, a true freshman. So we're starting 2 true freshmen. And then we have Kyle Costanzo again with a great run after the catch. Now first down, handed off to Kyle Costanzo, and he fights ahead, breaks a tackle, falls ahead, man. 8 yards out of a play that shouldn't even have gotten to. 1st and 10, and now they're going to motion out Kyle Costanzo, and they are going to throw it to him, and he breaks a tackle, and then turns upfield, touchdown UNC. Kyle Costanzo is in the end zone, and he already shows why he is the starting running back. We do have a running back that is actually higher rated than him, like just from overall. But he is the exciting athlete, and you can see it there. He ran away from the safety after he broke that tackle, and it's 7-0. As Charlotte is now going to take over after the kickoff, and Brown goes down again. It's Hamrick in the backfield again, his 2nd sack of the day. And Brown is going to have to give up the ball here. It's 4th down and 13, and they have to punt it away. And we are back on offense. Merdinger, the starting quarterback. Couldn't get that one off in time. That's going to be another 4th down here. Another punt back. That's 3 and out for the Tar Heels. And Charlotte is going to get the ball back here. And that one is dropped on the outside. Not great news there for the 49ers. They are going 3 and out, and they have to punt it away as well. And now we have Caleb Hood. He's going to run it up the middle, get 8 yards. That's the actual highest overall running back on the roster, but he just doesn't really have the athleticism that we're looking for here. As Kyle Costanzo weaves through the line. A great run, and he's already at 50 yards. And he hasn't even broken one off. Like, he's getting 8 yards on every carry, it feels like, as we have Buck Stoner with another catch and get a first down here over the middle on the drag. 2nd and 10, they're going to hand it off to Costanzo, who breaks a tackle and then keeps falling ahead, gets 8 yards out of that one as well, and he was met like after 3 yards. 3rd and 2, Costanzo turns to the other side of the line and then breaks a tackle and then gets tackled at the 1 yard line. First and goal, and Costanzo is the running back into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels. And he has his second touchdown ever. His first ever receiving touchdown was the first one there. And now he gets his first ever rushing touchdown. So now he's got both of them. Now we just need to find a way where he's going to throw the ball, I guess. But first down for Max Brown now, and he's going to throw it on the receiver screen. And that one is actually turning into a first down, 11 yards. Nice play there for Dwayne Thomas. 2nd and 3 for Max Brown, and he's going to have a play action shot, and that one's caught by Weber. That's for 8 yards and a first down. Now 3rd and 7 as Brown is going to have a slip screen set up, and he does get it away on time. And that one is going to be shy of the sticks. It's going to be 4th and inches, and they are not risking anything. They are going to punt it away. 3rd and 5, and Merdinger. Man, that throw, it was a little bit out in front, but like Kobe Pacer, you got to have that one. Man, he was wide open as well. And that's he's still waiting on his first catch of the season. He's the, by overall, best receiver on the team, and he does not look like it so far. 3rd and 4 as Max Brown is going to throw it away, and that's going to be a 4th down, and they have to punt it back. Actually, they don't. They are going for it this time around. We're inside 2 minutes, and they want to know if they can get anywhere, and that's 5 yards, and they do get it, and they are going to go hurry up. Now 2nd and 5. We have 1:14 on the clock as Brown is going to throw it on the receiver screen. That's about 8 yards. Get the first down. Now Brown is trying to scramble away, but there is no getting away from Travis Shaw, who is a new defensive starter on the D-line. We lost our top defensive tackle to the transfer portal. And now Travis Shaw is the starter there in the middle. And he looks pretty good so far. Now we're 3rd and goal from the 1. And Brown has that one knocked away. And they are going to have to take the field goal here and get at least on the board. Now it's 14-3 at halftime. And Kyle Costanzo looks amazing so far. 15 attempts for 71 yards, 4.7 a carry, already 2 touchdowns. Actually, both of the touchdowns that we have scored so far. So we're going to go into the 3rd quarter with an 11-point lead, but Charlotte is going to get the ball. And that one should have been picked off, man. Jesus. Woods is there over the middle, and he's our new starting linebacker. He's got to pick that one off, but we're not looking great at linebacker so far, as Buck Stoner has a nice catch on the drag route, and then he turns upfield. He gets about 12 out of this. 3rd and 3, and Merding has got to get this one away. And this is Jake Johnson, the new starter at tight end, and he bulldozes a safety and breaks another tackle, and then gets taken down at the 6-yard line. A massive play for Jake Johnson, who I think is almost as good as Bryson Nesbitt that we had last year. But Kyle Costanzo on 3rd and goal, they get him from behind. Blocking was not perfect, but they are going for it. They want the 3-score lead, and they're going to run it up the middle. It's Caleb Hood for his first touchdown of the season. And the Tar Heels go up by 3 scores. We're halfway through the 3rd quarter. It's 21-3. And the rain is still pouring down as Charlotte is going to take over here. Trips to the right. Jarvis Mack up, isolated to the left as they drop the ball there. And that's going to be a punt right back to the Tar Heels offense. And they can get some more points on the board. Maybe. No, they can't. 3rd and 5 turns into a sack. And Merdinger goes down, and he looks shaken up on the play as well. 3rd and 12, and they're going to set up the screen to Kalman, who jukes out 2 people at the same time, man. 13 yards for Teron Kalman. Really nice play. 1st and 10, and they're going to run the read option, and Brown gets the first down. Great run. That was a pretty good play call. 21-3 still as we close in on the end of the 3rd quarter, and that one's gonna fall incomplete as Brown got hit on the throw, and they ultimately have to punt it away. So it's still 21-3, and we're gonna keep running it here. Caleb Hood with a nice run. Kyle Costanzo, by the way, has been exiting the game now. He looks shaken up as the wear and tear started showing there. So the rest of the game is going to be for Caleb Hood here, and man, Patterson needs to pick that one off. This is also a new starter at free safety, and he has 99 speed, and that one needs to be picked off, man. And the 99 speed apparently does not show up here. He completely leaves his coverage. It's cover 2, and that's a touchdown for Charlotte as Jarris Mack gets into the end zone on a deep ball. And Patterson, yeah, it was cover 2. That's your receiver, dude, and you were just too far in the middle. 3rd and 5 for Merdinger, and that's Buck Stoner, and he gets thrown 2 blocks, and he is rushing down the sideline and into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels. It's a 70-yarder for the true freshman who's already showing how good he is. That one goes to the house, the 6'3" receiver with 93 speed. Oh man, that kid is gonna be special. You already can see it as he gets thrown 2 perfect blocks on the outside there as well. That was a pretty nice play, and I mean the game was over after that. 28-10. You're not gonna recover from that in like 5 minutes. So at least not if you're the yeah, you're not gonna 3 scores in 5 minutes. That's very tough. So we're gonna skip ahead to the end of the game, and we have the stats here as Merdinger. First game of his career, he was redshirted last year, and he gets a nice game, 71% completion percentage, no interceptions. That's a very nice start. We get a very nice ground game today as Kyle Costanzo has 20 rushes for 80 yards, a touchdown on the ground, a touchdown through the air. And yeah, for receivers, man, I can't believe how good Buck Stoner looks like. I was even debating redshirting him, but I knew that we were kind of thin there at receiver because we lost a couple of guys last year. 155 yards and a touchdown for Buck Stoner. And then Costanzo had 7 catches as well, so he has 27 touches and 131 yards. He looks absolutely crazy good. As Kobe Paysour, he looks horrible. Our nominal number 1 receiver has a horrible start to this season as well. He didn't have a great year last year either. That's why from this game on, I demoted him to number 2 receiver. Buck Stoner is the one, and he will definitely get the ball like a number 1 receiver. Now, there weren't any turnovers in this game, but that's okay. We should have had a couple picks there. Patterson and Woods, the safety and the linebacker, they should have gotten picks, but we get National Defensive Player of the Week for Mali Hamrick, which also means obviously he's going to be ACC Player of the Week. He looks great. Now, for this next game, we already have a recruiting visit set up. Max Iorio, he's a 5-star corner out of South Carolina, and he's going to go visit the next game that we have here. He's 90 speed, 89 acceleration, 79 man coverage. So right off the bat, he's a great man cover corner, but that's 68 zone coverage. Probably, if we get him, probably going to be redshirting him because, well, I mean, 68 zone coverage, that's just not playable at the moment. And we actually have recruited corners in the last off season, or like the last recruiting class. So yeah, he's definitely not going to see the field if we get him in his first season. But yeah, let's switch over to this next game. We have Evan Svoboda quarterbacking the Wyoming Cowboys. And yeah, he is not the most accurate quarterback you'll ever see. Those accuracies in the low 80s are decent, I guess, but not crazy good. The throw power is definitely there, but he is not fast at all. 66 speed, that's just not there. So if we get to the pocket, he's going down. Alex Hobbs is their running back. We're number 6. And Hobbs is actually a pretty solid power back, even though his size indicates otherwise. He's not. I have no idea why I just said that. I just saw the 82 power and thought, okay, that's not horrible, but actually his power is pretty horrible. That stiff arm and trucking is just not there. Their top receiver is Tyler King. He's very small, 5'9" or something. He's a decent pass catcher, I guess. He has great elusiveness. He would actually be the great running back, honestly, if you look at it that way. But he has actually the speed. 97 speed, that's something to be worried about. We don't really have the speed at corner right now. We do have the speed at safety, which is why I called that cover 2, and then he didn't cover it. Their top tight end here is their best player on the team, actually, John Michael Gillenborg. I already know him from my Surfers Dynasty. He has great hands. He is a very solid receiving tight end, and 84 speed is definitely enough. And actually very dangerous in his conference. And then for the O-line, they have actually a pretty horrible O-line. We should also win this game easily. The D-line, they have a couple solid starters there, but it's also nothing crazy good. Nothing that our O-line can't handle. Most of our starters are in the low 80s. Kevin Sjogren is their top edge rusher. He's an okay run defender, a solid pass rusher, but nothing to be super afraid of. They actually have another linebacker here with Tano Latuli, who can rush the passer as well. He's a pretty good power rusher, but he's listed as a linebacker. His run defense is actually pretty good. The coverage is not there at all. That's pretty horrible. Actually, I mean, I guess 73 is not horrible, but it's also not great. So yeah, and that's their top linebacker. They don't have any other good linebackers there. Chauncey Carter is their top player at corner. 81 overall, that's actually pretty solid. He's an okay man defender. He has 84 catching, that's not bad. But that 67 zone coverage, that looks just, that is actually awful. 67 zone coverage. That would be even awful at linebacker, but even at corner it's even more awful. So that's definitely not worth starting. And then their best safety is TJ Urban. He looks actually pretty good zone defender. His run defense is solid. The man defense is not really there, but as a safety you're usually worried about the zone defense, and he's pretty good at that. 85 speed is not crazy good though. So I guess we'll see what happens in this game, as we're gonna try it out there with our new freshman starters there at running back and receiver. We have a redshirt freshman starting at quarterback. We've got a bunch of new starters on defense as well. The entire linebacking core essentially. Actually, Caleb Lavely is still starting from last year, but we have a new starter at middle linebacker. We have 2 new starters at corner. The only guy staying there was Marcus Allen, the number 1 corner. He is still here. Yeah, and I think the first test went very well. We had a great game against the Charlotte 49ers, but now it's gonna go hopefully even better against Wyoming, as we take down the quarterback immediately, and Hamrick gets another sack. He had 2.5 in his first game, and now he gets another one. And we're going to get the ball back with great field position after that sack, as Kyle Costanzo, he has about 8 yards on that slip screen. Nowhere to go there. After the catch on the run, we have Costanzo up the middle now, and that's about 9 yards on his first carry, and that's already pretty great field position. Now we're going to try to get him to jump off sides. That's not going to work, and Merdinger goes down, and it's 4th down, and we have to take the points here. 4th and 19. 39-yard field goal try here in the pouring rain. That's going to be good. 3-0 Tar Heels. Yeah, both first games of the season so far, pouring rain. That's not great for opponents. We are going to run the football a lot, and that's going to work out in the rain, definitely. As we have Svoboda here with throw to the outside, and that one's dropped. So Wyoming not going anywhere, but they have a great punt out at the 2-yard line. And now Kyle Costanzo, he gets 9 on the first carry. 2nd and 1 makes this one a lot easier. A few downs later, it's 3rd and 5 at the 22, and Merdinger tries to throw it away, and he does, but it's 4th down anyway. Just don't want to be backed up into the end zone for the punt. And now great field position for Wyoming after the punt, as Svoboda is getting taken down again. And this time it's Caleb Kost, the new slot corner in the backfield. We bring the nickel blitz there, and he gets to the quarterback. And now that's going to be a punt back to the Tar Heels, and Costanzo has a very nice run after the catch. That's 9 yards. 3rd and 1. Let's go get this one, as Costanzo breaks 1 tackle, but then gets taken down by another linebacker. But still a nice carry up the middle. 3rd and 8 now for Merdinger, and we've got to get this one. And Buck Stoner, double coverage, and he still comes away with it. What a play for Stoner. First down and 10 now, and this is in plus territory now as we have an RPO, and Stoner has his catch on the outside. He hangs on to everything, and we're playing in the rain here, man. First and 10 as Merdinger is going to hand it off to Costanzo, and he's got the nice rushing lane, pretty much 10 yards. And we're halfway through the second quarter now as we approach the end zone for the second time, as Costanzo is going to run it to the left, and he falls ahead and gets the first down. Should have ran this guy over and taken it into the end zone, but I guess if you don't want the touchdown, we'll give it to Caleb Hood then. Touchdown Carolina, and we've got a 10-0 lead now. Caleb Hood is the relief back here on the carry, and he gets into the end zone as Costanzo. I think he already has like 14 carries by now. We're 4 minutes away from the halftime, and Svoboda finally has a catch on the outside there. Receiver coming in on a dig, and Merritt takes it away for a first down. Svoboda is now having a 4-man rush, and that one is made. I think that's Tyler King, and he's got the first down. Nice catch. 3rd and 7 now, and Svoboda, he is pressured, and that 66 speed shows up. He can't get away. He throws it away, however, as Travis Shaw applies the pressure, and they have to punt it away, and Costanzo is going to find his running lane and runs over a linebacker. What a play. And then he gets 9 yards out of the deal, and now it's 3rd and 17 after a holding call, and Merdinger wide open. That's Jake Johnson, and he bulldozes a safety. What is happening to this Wyoming defense? But now Zach Rice is injured. The top starter on the O-line, the right guard. That's bad news, as we are going to have a slip screen here. And Merdinger couldn't get it away in time as Kyle Costanzo got held up there. But the holding did not get called on the defense. 2nd and 20 now for Merdinger. And he's just going to launch it to the end zone. And Stoner down there somewhere. He's got the touchdown. And the Tar Heels extend their lead. What a play by Buck Stoner. The rain is pouring down, but he does not care. He catches them all, and he's got the touchdown. 2nd and 20, and it's just like, F it. We have Buck Stoner down there somewhere, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Tar Heels, and we're at halftime. As, of course, if you enjoyed this video, would appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We have a superstar true freshman receiver here in Buck Stoner, already 72 yards at halftime, and we're up 17-0, and we get the ball back after halftime. So 3rd and 3 now, and they are going to motion over Jake Johnson, and Costanzo doesn't get the running lane he needs. Left guard gave it up immediately, so that's going to be a punt, and Wyoming gets the ball back, and nowhere to go for the running back. We have Travis Shaw in the backfield, 5-yard loss. 3rd and 14 for Svoboda, and down the field should have been picked off. That's Marcus Allen, the number 1 corner. He has very good coverage on that one, but he needs to pick that one off. We need to have more interceptions, as Kelby Pacor finally shows up with a catch, and he gets 15 yards on the reception here. He's, by the way, the starter in the slot for now because he's the best route runner, and on paper has the best ratings for the slot. But yeah, we have another catch for Buck Stoner again there, and that's another first down. Now 3rd and 12, and we have Caleb Hood swerving to through the defense, and he gets the first down, 13 yards. That's a new set of downs here. Merdinger is going to have a play action shot now, and over the middle, the catch is made. Buck Stoner hangs on. Tough grab over the middle there, and now 1st and goal from the 1. Merdinger is going to throw it on the slant, and it's a touchdown. Kobe Pacor. And the UNC Tar Heels are now up by 24 to nothing, as Wyoming, they are reeling, and they need to put some points on the board if they want to have a chance getting back in this game. 3 minutes away from the end of the 3rd quarter, and the catch is made over the middle. That's Dwayne Thomas. Caleb Merritt. Dwayne Thomas was the receiver for Charlotte. Confusing them now. As we have Svoboda. He is going to wait it out and go down again. And guess who it is? It's Hamrick again. And the Tar Heels get him off the field, hopefully soon. 2nd and 18. And Svoboda has lots of time, and he throws it on the outside, but there is a flag down, and that's bad news. Bo Atkinson, the other new starter at edge rusher, he has a roughing on the passer called on him, and that's bad news because it was 2nd and 18. It would have been 3rd and 15 or something, and he just gave him a free first down. But Svoboda's going down again. It's just an invitation for Hamrick to get another sack, and I think he's up to 3 in this game already. He's showing up here, the new edge rusher. Bo Atkinson, not so much so far, but 3rd and 23, and we have a one-on-one down the field, and that's Allen, and he's getting torched. That's a touchdown. Wyoming, 3rd and 23, and they get a touchdown on the play. That's Caleb Merritt. And now they're going to go for 2 to make this a 2-score game. And that would finally be interesting. But Svoboda, they call a QB draw with a 66-speed quarterback, man. That was a horrible play call, man. And now it's 2nd and 7, and we're going to run it as Caleb Hood. That's a nice run. That's 13 yards. Great play. 1st and 10 for Merdinger. And he's going to hand it off to Hood again, as Kyle Costanza, by the way, he has exited the game already. He has had his 20 carries, and he's now done with wear and tear showing up. We're running it a lot, yeah, I know, as Caleb Hood has a very nice run. 21 yards on that play, man. He was swerving through the defense there. Great play. 3rd and 10 for Michael Merdinger, and he's going to have a lot of time and can't get it away on time. Everything was covered up for the most part, and that's going to be another field goal. 21-point game, and Svoboda has 7 minutes to throw 3 touchdowns, and that is a great start. That's already a 37-yard play to wide receiver Chris Durr. Now in field goal range, they're going to have a play action shot, and they're going to throw it to Gillenborg, the tight end, who so far has been covered up really well. That's actually a great job on the linebackers and slot corners there. And they're just going to hand it off, and that's going to be a touchdown. And Wyoming tries to make this one interesting again. It's a 2-score game. We're 6 minutes away from the end of the game. If you can get a 3 and out, you might have a shot. Yeah, Hobbs with a great carry there. 3rd and 16, and that's already a very bad start for Merdinger. They had a holding call on 2nd down, but now one-on-one downfield. Buckstoner can't haul this one in double coverage. And they have to punt it away. Good field position for Wyoming now. And we're 4 minutes away from the end of the game. And Swoboda gets taken down. And that's Hamrick in the backfield again. And that kid already looks unbelievable. Against like in our conference backup level tackles. And now finally we get the sack from Bo Atkinson. And now it's 4th and 28. And we're 3 minutes away from the end of the game. This is the game on the line for the Wyoming Cowboys. One-on-one. Broken up. Marcus Allen shows up. And I think we can cut to the end of the game there. We did get another field goal out of that last drive. And, yeah, then stop them. We get away with the win here. Merdinger, this rain game was very tough on him. Only 53% completion percentage. But still was a solid game. He didn't throw a pick. We had 2 touchdowns through the air. And a touchdown on the ground as well. As Costanzo this time comes away with no touchdowns. But yeah, Caleb Hood actually out-carried him this time around. But Costanzo had 5 yards a carry again. He looks absolutely great. A Buckstoner, 97 yards and a touchdown. He did have a drop in this game. But we were able to do enough to beat Wyoming pretty handily. I don't think the lead was ever really in danger. The first half was very tough on us. We only got the first touchdown in the second quarter, but from 10-0, we solidly extended the lead a little bit here and there. And yeah, we didn't have great protection in this game, honestly. We had a few sacks allowed there. That's not great news, but we did have a few sacks of our own. 4.5 sacks for Hamrick, 2.5 for Bo Atkinson, and then, yeah, Laura and Koss in the backfield as well, the defensive tackle and the slot corner. Now, we have an ACC Defensive Player of the Week award here for Hamrick. 4.5 sacks is going to do that to you. 6 tackles, 5 tackles for a loss. He had a great game, and that also, obviously, has to get him National Defensive Player of the Week. 4.5 sacks, man. Are you kidding me? You would have to have 3 interceptions to beat that, man. And I want to see that corner. Now, we are going to have a few more visits, as this visit went very well for Max Iorio. We have now the #1 player in the entire country. Not just the #1 quarterback, the #1 player in the entire country, Nick Shabazz, visiting us. 95 throw power, 90 short accuracy, 85 medium accuracy, 82 deep accuracy. I think he would already be the best starter on our team. And then we also have the #2 player in the entire country visiting us for this next game, Terrell Speed. And man, this kid looks great as well. This kid is 6'2", 237 with 95 speed. 88 break tackle, 87 strength, 90 trucking, 89 stiff arm. This kid looks absolutely unbelievable, and he has the great name, Speed. And he has speed. And then we also have the #8 player in this entire country, in this entire recruiting class, a tackle, Mitch Jefferson. He's also going to visit us this next game. We have 91 strength, 84 pass block power, 83 run block power. We don't know about most other ratings, but the 78 pass block is also pretty solid. And then we have a center visiting us as well, Justice Ezekiel. He's the #29 player in the country, and he looks very, very promising as well. 91 strength. He doesn't have quite the ratings that Jefferson does, but he's a 5-star player and he's a gem. So yeah, this next game is going to be so key. And we're going to play a rivalry game this time around. The South Carolina Gamecocks. They are at 86 overall. So just on par with us. This should be a very level game, honestly. They have a bunch of good players. They have a pretty solid O-line. That's the first thing you'll notice. 4 of their 5 starters are actually in the mid-80s or higher for overall. Their quarterback is Lanoris Sellers, 6'3", pretty tall starting quarterback with a great arm. And solid but not great accuracy, like 84 short, 84 medium, but 69 deep. That's actually pretty horrible. Yeah, but this kid can run, man. 88 speed, 91 acceleration. This kid is a real athlete, man. He's gonna provide some problems for us, I think. Top running back is DJ Braswell, 5'11", 208 out of Georgia, and yeah, he knows how to break tackles. If they're gonna run it a bunch, we're gonna have an issue, definitely. That elusiveness is pretty special, and even like the stiff arm and the trucking look pretty solid, and he has 90 speed as well. Great running back there. And then they have Jared Brown, a deep threat at wide receiver, 6 feet 190 with 92 deep route running. The rest of the route runnings doesn't look great. The 73 release also doesn't look great, but 88 catching is pretty solid. And man, he has the speed. He has 99 speed and 99 acceleration. That's definitely going to be an issue if they get that one going. But we have the 99 speed at free safety. I hope we can do something with that. Then they are missing their #2 receiver out of Washington, D.C., Nick Harbor. He is out with complete MCL tear for 16 weeks. And yeah, he's done for the season. That's bad news, because South Carolina really doesn't have a great #2 receiver now. Brady Hunt is the tight end. He looks solid. He's maxed out. His hands are solid. He's not a great blocker, but he has decent speed. So at least they have a good #1 receiver and a solid tight end. I think that's a good combination. Their O-line looks pretty good. 4 starters there. At left tackle, left guard, center, and right guards are in the high 80s. The right tackle, don't know about him. Yeah. Then for the defense, they have a really good defensive tackle with TJ Sanders here, 86 power moves, 73 finesse moves, great run stopping ability, lots of strength. But the rest of the D-line doesn't honestly look that great. And then at middle linebacker, J.R. Johnson, he is the starter at middle linebacker, and he is one of 2 or maybe 3 good players in the front 7. And the rest of the front 7 honestly doesn't look great. So they definitely have a weakness there in the front 7. They do, however, have a great corner room. Judge Collier is their top starter there. He's 95 overall out of South Carolina. Rock Hill, to be precise, so close as Charlotte, honestly. 78 man coverage, 83 press. 83 press is pretty good. It's really hard to get the press rating up there in this game. And he also has 83 catching, so he's dangerous, definitely. And that zone coverage, man, 87 zone coverage, 86 play rec, and 96 awareness. He looks great. 89 speed, that's a little bit lower than you want, but still good. They have a couple of more good corners. They have a good safety here. The best player on the team is a strong safety, Nick Emanwari, and he's really good on run support, but his coverage ratings also don't look horrible. He's pretty solid, and 89 catching is pretty good as well. 90 speed. So there is one defined weakness on the South Carolina team, and that's the front seven. They don't really have the great starters there at edge rusher. They have one good defensive tackle. They have one good linebacker, but apart from that, it doesn't look great. And this is definitely perfect for us because we have the running game. We need to get the run going, and you can get the run game going only if the opponent doesn't really have a great front seven. And this matchup, although it should be pretty equal, favors us, I think, because our biggest strength is their biggest weakness. And we should have used that in this game as well. This is a rivalry game, and so far we have come out on top 36 times, and they have come out of top 20 times. This is the 57th matchup, as we're going to get the game going here, and Costanzo is going to try to run somebody over. Doesn't get it, but gets the first down instead. 10 yards. That's a pretty good play. Now 2 tight end sets, and Costanzo is going to run it up the middle, and he is getting taken down after 9 yards. And that's where this front seven doesn't really show up. They don't have the great run defenders, and now we're going to have an RPO on the outside. And that's actually Jordan Shipp, the number 3 receiver on this team. He gets a catch here. 3rd and 2 now, and we're going to run it again. Great block by Buck Stoner, and Costanzo falls ahead again. Even, like, he doesn't break that many tackles so far, but even if he doesn't break them, he always makes sure he falls ahead. He always gets the extra couple of yards, and in the end zone, touchdown Buck Stoner! And there is a flag down, and it's going to be against the South Carolina defense. Pass interference on the corner, Barry Mayo, and we are definitely going to decline that. So it's 7-0 already on the opening drive, and they are going to throw it, and right to the linebacker, it's intercepted. That's Woods, and he tries to return it. He doesn't get there, but that's going to be an interception as Lanoris Sellers uses his first opportunity to throw a pick, and now great field position for the Tar Heels. 3rd and 5, Merdinger throws it, laying out, touchdown, Buck Stoner, and the Tar Heels getting going pretty quickly. 1 deep touchdown for Buck Stoner on the first drive. 1 layout in the end zone for the second touchdown, and we're up 14-0. That pick was a horrible mistake by South Carolina. And now the Gamecocks, they need to get a drive going here and get some points, because if they don't, this game might get out of hand pretty quickly, because we're going to run the football a bunch. And Lanoris Sellers is being pressured here. They set up the slip screen, but they don't get there. Only a 2-yard gain, and South Carolina goes 3 and out. What is happening? North Carolina, slip screen. Costanzo gets 2 blocks, and that's a perfect first down. He breaks a tackle even there. And that's going to be exactly 10 yards in the first down. Now they're going to go with the RPO, and they are going to throw the bubble out to the outside. And Kobe Paysour has a pretty nice block there by Jordan Shipp. That's going to be a first down on the outside there. 1st and 10. 32-yard line, another RPO, and Stoner, he's got 10 yards and another first down, and he's already at 51 receiving yards, and we're not even done with the first quarter. 2nd and 5, Merdinger, catch is made. It's Stoner again with a very tough grab at the 5-yard line, and now it's going to be goal to go from the 5. Merdinger is pressured, 5-man blitz into the end zone, touchdown Jordan Shipp, and Carolina is going up by 3 scores. 21-0. This South Carolina team fell apart very quickly, and now they have 3 quarters to recover a 3-score lead. And 1-on-1 down the field, it's broken up, and that was pretty lucky, honestly. The 99 speed receiver, man, he was kept in check this time. Merdinger is going to get it away on this one, and Stoner gets 10 yards, makes this a very easy 3rd and 1. And they are gonna have a play action. Actually, that's a motion. That's not a play action shot. Thought it was gonna be a flip forward play action play or something. But Stoner has another massive first down catch, 23 yards on that play. Now 9 minutes left in the second quarter, and Merdinger has another catch over the middle. That's Jake Johnson. That's 9 yards. They're getting out the ball very quickly, as we're gonna run it now, and Costanzo is gonna run it up the middle, and that's a nice 9-yard gain. Make this goal to go from the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Costanzo gets it away. That is a touchdown for Buck Stoner, and he's got the hat trick. And yeah, I thought that was for sure gonna go to Kyle Costanzo, but they actually threw it. So Costanzo just went on a route. And Buck Stoner on the slant, he catches the tough one this time again. And this time we don't even have the pouring rain, so this makes it even easier for Buck Stoner. But yeah, South Carolina is now down by 28, and we're just starting the second quarter. And yeah, we are going to have another interception. It's the 99 speed free safety. It's Jared Patterson. That's going to be a first down in plus territory already. Lenoris Sellers having a unbelievable meltdown, honestly, as we have a play action shot for Merdinger. 1-on-1, 2-on-1. That's still a touch. Still a catch. It's not quite a touchdown, but Buck Stoner with an incredible catch down at the sideline there, out of bounds at like the 2-yard line or something. Look at the throw. That was double coverage. The corner and the safety comes over the top, and Buck Stoner still hauls it in at the corner there. And now 2nd and 1 from the 1-yard line, and running it in is Kyle Costanzo, and now it is 35-0, and we're halfway through the second quarter. What happened to the South Carolina team? They are, by the way, they are ranked, and they should not have been playing like that, but they threw it away early. They never got it going, and we're just gonna jump to the end of the game, because you know where this is going. They are not gonna recover a 5-touchdown lead. They then were able to settle it down a little bit. We got a field goal and another touchdown late in the game, but they couldn't stop us in the first quarter. They threw 2 picks. Lenore Sellers had just the 2 picks. In the second half, it was actually a very equal game, but by then it was way too late already. And yeah, you can. I mean, actually, he did have another pick. I didn't even remember that, but they couldn't get it going. Our corners actually were all over their receivers. That injury really hurt them because their number 3 receiver, I think, was like a 75 overall, and our corners are going to be all over that. And we have the 99 speed safety, so we actually were able to keep their number 1 receiver in check as well. And yeah, those 2 picks in the beginning were a horrible idea. We threw it up to Buck Stoner a couple times, and he makes some massive catches. He has 168 yards, and from there on out, we ran it a bunch. Like, yeah, I actually was kind of shocked how this game went in the beginning, because I expected this to be a very tough game, but they gave it up a little bit too easily. And yeah, South Carolina was sadly no challenge here. We have another blowout. We had two good games to start, but this time the game really gave it to us. Even Malik Hamrick has another 3.5 sacks, and this was actually against a good tackle. But we were so much over their receivers. We had a bunch of those sacks were coverage sacks. That was not even like great pass rushing we did there. It's just our coverage was good enough to have Lenoris Sellers sacked a bunch of times from just good coverage. And yeah, they were outmatched. Just the matchup itself with the weak front 7 for South Carolina was just game breaking for them. We were able to run it so well, and it didn't even matter what they did, honestly. If they sold out on a 0 blitz, they were able to stop it. But overall, this matchup was just too good for us, and we had just a little bit of luck. We had the 2 big throws in the beginning, 2 interceptions from Sellers, and that just creates a 28-0 lead. And by then it was too late already. And obviously Buck Stoner wins ACC Offensive Player of the Week here with his performance. 3 touchdowns, 168 yards. The true freshman showing up. Obviously gets a National Offensive Player of the Week as well against South Carolina here. Great week for the Tar Heels. And the most important thing is, this was a recruiting week, and we get the #1 player in the country. We get Nick Shabazz out of Lawrenceville, Georgia. We beat out the Bulldogs on that battle, and Shabazz is coming to town. We get the center as well, Justice Ezekiel, 5-star center out of Loganville, Georgia. We get 2 Georgia players here, and then we get Max Iorio, the visit from the week 2 matchup against Wyoming. He commits this week as well. The other 2 players that we had visit, the running back and the tackle, they are pretty close to finishing it out now as well. They had also a massive jump. That blowout really helped. Nick Shabazz, man, 95 throw power, 90 short, 85 medium, 82 deep. I think he's good enough to start as a true freshman. I don't know how players are going to develop in the next offseason, but I think we might have a new starter next year. It depends on that, but he looks absolutely great. Justice Ezekiel, he looks great as well. He is he's going to be a very solid starter at center there. I have no doubt about that. He has the gem label. The thing is, I don't think he's going to be ready to start in his true freshman season. He's probably going to be redshirted, just like Max Iorio out of South Carolina. These 2 players are pretty solid athletes, and I think they're probably solid as starter as well, but not quite ready with the ratings to start right off the bat. But Shabazz might be, and if we get Terrell Speed, the running back, man, I think you can't wait on him. But on the other hand, we have Kyle Costanzo, and he looks pretty good. I don't know how to handle that then, but that's very far into the future. We don't even know if we will get Terrell Speed, but it looks very promising, the battle. Also, the battle for the tackle, Mitch Jefferson, looks very promising. So I think we have both of those are going to definitely be wrapped up next week, and we should have we actually should get them both. And yeah, that's already 3 5-star recruits this season. That's already a great start to recruiting. Now, after that win against South Carolina, we actually got bumped up to #1 in the country. So we're also leading in the top 25. We have South Carolina fall down to 14 then. They're now 1-1. But yeah, we're gonna get the next episode started with, I think, 1 more out of conference game. And from there on out, it's gonna be all conference games. And I'm very excited about this season. We have 2 very exciting true freshmen. We have a solid quarterback in Michael Merdinger. He looks great so far, at least. I mean, the opponents weren't quite as challenging, but we'll see. This team looks solid, and I think we have a chance to play in the playoff this year again, hopefully. And that's gonna do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe for more UNC Tar Heels Dynasty. See you in the next episode. Until then, have a great day.